Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Brahmo Samaj celebration regarding the absolute existence, Brahman, they are contemplating, one without the second. Though everyone knows it is beyond our reach and we are unable to hold it unless we hold it somewhere, there won't be possibility of dissociating from the bonds of the world. Holding on to God, we can release the bonds. But this is such a thing which I cannot hold. Now, a worm to walk, it holds one grip and then pulls its body, holds and pulls. So, holding is necessary to release. So, if God is, we cannot hold through mind, we cannot hold it through senses. What can we do? That's why in the Dvaitic world, we first bring into where I can focus my heart. God with form. A form is made or God intuits. You start loving me like this in this form. I will be available to you. Just like nobody can contact me by any means. I give my telephone number. Ring up to this, I will be available. Like that, God gives a form. He presents a form. This form, if you call upon, I will be available to you. Or some people find out, some people symbolize God in a particular mold. I like certain things, and can I try to see God in that form? Can I invoke God in that form which I like? So some process is adopted where, as far as possible, anthropomorphic picture like human is conceived, or God from. Somebody presents, start meditating on God in this way, you will surely reach. And it goes on changing from time to time according to the external situations and circumstances in which we are placed. Thousands of years back, it might have been something. Presently, it might be something. It may be regional, where faith is collective, like Vithala of the Maharashtra. The place where concentrated whole, every mouth is uttering Vithala, Vithala. If you go to Kashi, you will see always Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Go to Vrindavan, Radhe Radhe. You go to Ayodhya, Ram 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 Ram. So this regional, the collective awareness instigating you, because humans have mob mentality. If all are throwing stone, I will also throw a stone and come away. That is mob mentality. If all are making strike, I too will join. Or constantly see, and after some time I start becoming the leader of creating strikes. Like that, this is collective. So we take the with form. Slowly, I am able to hold something. Many things I get released. The attachments to objects of enjoyment, attachments to possessions. Slowly, the more I am released, I am able to concentrate, devote myself more to the divine. Now, when I am able to, I start seeing change in that form. Now, I start loving a person. First meetings are entirely different. As we go deeper and deeper, we start knowing each other more and more intimately. So like that, I'll be knowing God more and more intimately. From form, I am slowly moving towards all-pervading aspect of God. His presence in all others. Slowly I am understanding, oh, God is not only this, God is that also, God is that also. Slowly my understanding is expanding. I am entering in deeper layers. I am slowly releasing myself from all things. And what I see starts reflecting on my character, my personality. There is a tremendous change in my behavior at home, in the office. I become calm. I become tolerant. I become peaceful within myself. Because my seeking and holds in the world are releasing. The more release from the world, more release from my own mind, mental states, I start enjoying peace and contentment within myself. How slowly I am expanding. And it goes on changing. What am I? My understanding towards myself, it is changing. My understanding of the world is changing. My understanding of God is changing. This total separation from the world. I am an individual. I was totally separated from the world, from all other people and everything. Now, this is going away. I am finding that I am expanded. I am not separate. All these are mine as if. Slowly I am expanding. And as I expand too, I am changing my understanding of myself. I am expanding. I am seeing the world also in different colors. Slowly, how like a mother, nature is taking care of every jiva. Formerly, nature was just a pleasure-giving object. I used to enjoy the nature, go somewhere, sit and enjoy the nature. Now, I am seeing the same nature as mother taking care of every life. ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ತುದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರೋ ವೃಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಕಟ್ಟೆಯನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿ ನೀರೆರೆದವರು ಯಾರು? On the top of the hills, when I was in forest, I had the opportunity to scale many of the ranges around. Top of the hill, the water is clear, crystal clear, water is flowing like river. I have climbed to the top, and where from this water is flowing? All huge caves, thousands of people can sit within such caves are there. Crystal clear water flowing. Who does all this? Every life is getting its sustenance. Where it is there, microorganisms, bacteria, and all these are getting food. Devatas are also getting food. All living beings are getting food. No dearth for anything, anywhere. So when understanding of nature is changing in me, understanding of God, backing all this and giving existence to all that exists, understanding of God is changing. I began with a small picture of God, started loving it, and understanding is changing. And it goes on expanding each understanding till they three become one. They merge in each other. The Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. I am going beyond the limits of time and space to see oneness there. It is like, again I tell, it is like white light passing through a prism and then appearing as multiple colors. On the other side of the prism there is only one white light. On this side of the prism there is multiple colors, and these colors multiply infinitely. Each shade is an independent shade, combination of many colors. How many? Just look around. Within this room, how many colors you are seeing? Only 7 colors when it comes from the white light through the prism. Then you see multiple, infinite varieties, infinite things. Few patterns begin and infinite forms take into picture. This multiply. Now I am going from this side of multiplicity towards the prism. This prism is Maya, which is making one appear as many. I am going back to the source. Slowly, I am passing through the prism Maya and go and see there is one, there was never 3. Jiva and Jagat and Ishvara was not there at all. It was one appearing as many. When I come back from the same prism, I am going to come back and see from the other side. I am coming back now and see, oh, I am there as red light, I am here as green light, because I am that light, white light which is coming out. This white light is identifying with all colors. I am that, I am that, I am that. There is varieties, but white light says, I am everything. That awareness we get, oh, whatever is there, I am there. As that. So I become universal. When I come back from Samadhi Sthiti, I always, whoever enters into Samadhi Sthiti, when comes out, he starts seeing the divine everywhere. The one existence, homogeneous, seamless existence that existed somewhere in the transcendental realm, the same thing is here in multiple forms, content is same. This oneness is what we experience, what he says, the peace, blessedness. Blessedness is where you will not have any problem. When we say I am blessed or blessedness, means all my, whatever I was thinking should not be there with me, has gone away. Whatever I was aspiring for, which I was thinking it is not with me, has come to me. The negative disappearance of negativity, the positivity in its own glory, in its final stages of manifestation, when I see, I feel blessed. Where Maya is not there, where divine alone is there, is that blessedness. So Brahman is that blessedness, that peace which transcends all limitations. That peace is eternal peace. Peace that goes beyond the understanding of mind and intellect. Peace, where do you experience this peace? In the heart of your hearts. Deep within you is that. Then you will find it everywhere. Whatever you see, either you see in the transcendental realm or within you at the core of your existence. And then it expands everywhere again. So somewhere you have to shrink, enter, find out and see it everywhere. That is that blessedness, the one without a second. There are no two. If there is one, when you come back from samadhi also, when you enter, there will be multiplicity. With great struggle, you are stretching yourself, struggling yourself to enter into that realm, transcendental. You are struggling to cross over all this and go beyond. Once you go beyond, it is entirely different. All the dualities dissolve, all including all that limitation that was there with you, that also will disappear. There will be one without a second. These are not what is conceived in the mind or imagined in the intellect or something. These are not stories. It's facts and experiences. Every soul can experience that absolute freedom of the heart anytime from any source. And that is what you are. And till you reach that, you will not have any end. One thing we have to remember, moral and ethical base. I must have, without moral and spiritual, ethical base, moral is, I should not be harmed by my action is moral. Ethical is, others should not be harmed by my actions. So this is moral and ethical. Others should not be hurt. Ethical. I should not be hurt by my own actions. Then it is moral. So without moral and ethical basis, we will never have spirituality. It is an essential thing for the spirituality to bloom up like flower blooming. We call it unfoldment, spiritual unfoldment. It is folded within and it is unfolding. So spiritual unfoldment is not possible. Spiritual blooming is not possible without a moral and spiritual life. Don't harm yourself through your actions. Don't harm others through your actions. Then the spirituality gives you the eternal peace and eternal joy. You enter into eternity. And unless you become divine, you can't experience the spiritual world at all. The transcendental realm you cannot experience. So this joy comes to you with the fullness of spirituality. Spirituality is the source from which you are going to have all these experiences. So blessedness, one without a second. You will see, I am insisting on this point that not only in Nirvikalpa Samadhi you will see one without a second. When you come down to Vyuthana level also, from Nirvikalpa, when you come down to Vyuthana level of day-to-day activities with family and friends, you are moving about, you are experiencing that oneness. One has become many. You start seeing divine everywhere, in good and bad, what you are imagining, good and bad, right and wrong, everything. It is just like entering into dream consciously. Oh, it's all play of mind. Sukha is also mind, dukkha also is mind. In dream, whatever you experience is mind and mind alone. There is no other things. Mind is appearing as many objects in dream. Like that, if you do enter into consciously there, in dream, you will see everything is mind. Pain is also mind, pleasure also is mind, man also is mind, animal also is mind. In dream, except mind, nothing is like that. Here in Vyuthana Sthiti, coming down from Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you will see oneness. Coming down as Jivan Mukta, you will be seeing oneness again. This oneness without a second. everything are seeing as divine. Everything filled with Chaitanya consciousness. Consciousness is appearing as different. So, the one without second, it is pure. Pure means where there is no sattva, raja, tamas. There is no activity, rajas. There is no desires. There is no rajas. There is no sattva also, which is golden chain. And there is no tamas at all. Tamas of parasthat. No anger, no excessive lust holding you, driving you from within. Alasya, I don't want. All this, nothing, no tamas, no rajas, no sattva. It is pure. Shuddha Chaitanya. Now, even what is the difference between Jiva and Shiva, or the God and man, is Shuddha Sattva Pradhana. We are Malina Sattva Pradhana. With Sattva, there is Rajas and Tamas. We are Sattvic now. We are not going to kill anybody, or harm anybody, or do injustice anywhere, exploit somebody. No, we are not going to do, because of the Sattva. We are struggling to keep the mind on God, in spite of its nature it has acquired to be away from God. So here we see we are Sattvic, but Rajas and Tamas also is there. There are desires and expectations, demands. He must be like that, she must be like that. All these Rajas activities are there. Tamas is there. I am not able to spend days and nights. In sleep also I am not able to think of God. Be with God at all times, no. Total absolute forgetfulness of God is tamas. Tamas is the avarana from where the reality is unseen. I don't know who am I. I don't know the presence of God. God exists also, I have forgotten. Is a state where I am totally involved in something and I have forgotten God itself, myself itself. That kind of tamas. Sattva is also there, tamas is also there. Now and then I forget totally everything. All the jnana, Bhagavad Gita and all this we read, and everything is forgotten when the time comes. So this tamas is there. In God it is not there. It is Shuddha Sattva Pradhana. Malina means, the moment impure means, Rajas and Tamas are there with Sattva. And Rajas and Tamas are not there. Sattva by itself is there, and it's pervaded by Chaitanya consciousness. I am loving everyone. The love is manifestation of the Atman. If Rajas desires are not there, Rajas is not. Alasya is not there. Somebody is suffering, who will go and serve him? Tamas is there. Oh, let me run and serve him. Rajas is there. I love him. I love to serve him. Sattva is there. So, Sattva, when Rajas and Tamas are totally absent, it is Chaitanya, pure love, which doesn't seek anything. It is just for love's sake, or love for God's sake. So here we see what is purity and what is impurity, pure and impure. Here he says it is pure, unstained by sin. Sin is the result of action. If anything, papa or punya is pending, we call it sin. Sin is what? Is the cause, the undissolved forces of action is called sin. Now, viraja, vipapma, bhuyasam. Viraja, vipapma. Viraja is not to have a tendency to rush into the activities which are meant for, which is going to bind me. Not all activities. Activities of enjoying, possession, fighting, belittling others, all these things, exploiting others, all these actions are sinful acts. Apart from that, even the good ones, if they cause you bondage, if they do not release you, it is considered as sin. I am not harming anybody, but I am hoarding so many things which are not necessary for me. When others are fasting without food, they are dying, and I hoard so much of food, then it becomes sin. So this pure and then viraja, vipapma. One is akama hata, is not smitten by kama and desire. Another is it's pure. Another is sin, without sin. That is the action done and result. Viraja, vipapma. From sin, the tendency to do sin is rajas. And what I have done, its result is pending, it is sin. So, in that absolute exist Brahman, it is not there. No activity or activity it has done sometime, its pending is there. No. It never did, it's ever pure. So, this we see the various aspects. These are the things how we go on contemplating on the Vedic dictums, Vedic truths, Vedic verdicts. We go on contemplating and release ourselves. We have to charge our mind and intellect. Buddhi, when it is fully charged, filled with God and God alone, it can penetrate inside. It can transcend the nature and go. It can enter into nirvikalpa samadhi, because this buddhi has lost all the property of nature. It's like red hot iron. Red hot iron, it has lost all the property of iron. It cannot be used as iron anymore. Charcoal is there. When it is heated up, it becomes fire. It is no more charcoal. So it has lost all the property of being a charcoal. Like that, it is charged with fire. It is no more iron. It is fire only. Red hot iron is fire. It is no more iron. When it becomes white light, it is emitting white light because of excessive heat. It is no more iron. It is illumining all other things around. So this is what my intellect has to become. So we go on contemplating in various ways. Shastras present, and we contemplate and identify the entity which is beyond. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.